Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. Oh man, take me back to my little soprano days, man. Back before the ball drop stuff, go driving jazz. Don't worry, I won't be singing anymore from here, probably out. But today's a good day. Today's a good day for love talk. This is one that I've been meaning to do for quite some time, but I kept forgetting about doing it. But I wanted to do it by having, you know what I'm saying? So this one though. This was a request a while back, but someone asked me a question, right? The question was, who do you think is the best sign, or what do you think, either way, how you want to phrase it, is the best sign for our good friend the Leo? So I do a little pondering. Because I just had an episode I talked about a little bit ago about the problem with Leo women. So I'll put that here or put it in the back, or I just put it one here on these sides. And then at the end of the episode too. Oop, cops. Oop, slow down. I don't got my Vaseline. I'm trying to get beat up with the nice sticks, you know what I'm saying? But someone asked me a question a while back, and I had to think about that, do some pondering. And as I'm going through all of my testing, my research, as you guys been aware of, we're finding this one right now, right? So unfortunately, I'm ready to kind of leak out to what it possibly might be in the headline, unfortunately. But love talk. Leo male. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. With the Leo female. Oh boy, okay? If you guys have been following my content, okay, you should already know my theory on this, which is so far I've been testing relatively true. Yeah, I've been doing this all day. It's testing relatively true. That same sign zodiac relationships are typically destined for failure, in my personal opinion. IMO, you know what I'm saying? Because they have too many similar traits, and there is nothing that they don't have no contrast to actually build upon or help each other out past a certain extent. If I recall correctly, off the top of my head, I do believe the next best one who had relatively decent results was Pisces, I think it was. And even that was some long-term negative aspects to it. Not much I'm calling right now, as I'm thinking about that. So in this regard, right, get into it. Leo. This one, let's test it out, see what happens. So first, obviously, they're both Leo, so we both got fire signs here, all right? And before I get flamed again by any more of my Leo or other zodiacal friends in the Leo comment section, Leo is a fixed sign. I know. I know. All right. One mistake and it won't ever live it down a year or some change later. My mans. Come on. So, fixed sign, masculine, because it's a fire sign. And masculine signs tend to be the ones that are more extroverted with their thoughts and the rationale. The thoughts and their emotions and how they express themselves. A lot more expressive that way. More outgoing. Man. Okay? So, in that regard, like I said, both masculine, both fixed, as in can be stubborn and obstinate at times. They like to build upon what's there and make what they have go, keep you going in a certain kind of way, and not gotta dive out too much further away from it. So that's a good and bad thing too. But we'll talk about that in a second. So, in this combination here, right? Man, okay. So this regards, this one definitely, obviously, as always, like I said, going by that gender and this up to when they're male and female, the female tends to be the one that's more likely to want to be looking to hunker down and have that relationship and have that stability and make a more foundational thing in the relationship, right? And this one, the funny thing is, it's not equal, but I've been seeing a lot more men Leos looking for the same thing. But the thing is, they're, from what I've been observing, okay, this one I don't like going to my own observations too much into this when I'm trying to do my talks about this, but I've been observing that for the most part, the men are typically really looking for someone to love too. And the reason being, in this regard, as I'm thinking about it, is probably because Leo is a sign that is very, very, very caring, very sensual, very soft. I should say that loosely, okay? That's not tough, you understand? But they're a sign that's always looking to give to someone else. They want to give their love to somebody. They love being generous with their attention and their love and their direction for someone that's going to give to it, okay? Male or female, all right? But what I'm noticing more often not, unless, which I'll say this is a small minority of the situation. From what I'm noticing is that most Leo men are not actually very, exuberant, outspoken, and role-driven and direct. They tend to be very, very quiet and very shy and very, very, very not really unapproachable, but they're looking for someone else to make the move, to start things up. And when you open up a little bit, then they start being the zealousness and the outgoing, in which the Leo is known for being, and driven and direct in regards to how their mannerisms are. One thing that I've always noticed about Leo men is that they always have a form of arrogance, pompousness. That's the best way to put it. Like, I don't mean it in any negative connotation whatsoever, but they always carry themselves very like, bitch, I'm regal. You should be respecting the way I carry myself. Also, more often than not, I tend to find the hair goes hand in hand with it. You know what I'm saying? That lion's mane. I swear, I ain't making this shit up, right? The funny thing is that should be more for the ascendant line. For the risings, they actually have the more physical appearances. But unfortunately, I can't test people's ascendant signs through random conversations or shit like that, But what I've noticed, though, just as a little tip right there that I would like to test into if I could, or when I get further along with this. Hopefully I can start doing some interviews, stuff like that, and get some random people and maybe get some more detailed stuff, but probably not. Unfortunately, won't be able to get that. Not to that level to where I can start properly guessing the ascendant signs, see what I'm saying? Outside of the one I talked about before. But in this regard, yes, one thing I've been noticing about the Leos, like, they're known for being prideful. That's a Leo thing, okay? And one thing about the Leos in this situation is, like I said, the both of these people of the Leo sign are looking to give their love to someone, okay? They want to focus their attention and they want that certain amount of adulation back. That's one thing that is very, 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 very important to the Leo sign. Anyone under the Leo sign, they value and treasure adulation about themselves very much. So if you're not doing things to, let's say, let them know that I appreciate your help, I appreciate what you're doing, I see what you're doing, and all the good job and jazz, they're going to feel some kind of way about that, and not necessarily hold it against you, but they're not forgetting that you've hurt them in that way. It's a slash on their pride. That's one thing that actually happens. And Leo is a brooding sign. Did I say before that Leo is the water sign of the fire signs? Pretty sure I did. Because I feel that Leo is the water sign, the fire signs. They're the most emotional of the fire signs, barring Aries outbursts. Okay, like that brooding tendency is something that is more water sign like than the other signs. And Leo is a sign that is known for brooding. The pride gets hurt, and then they shut up. They shut up, and I want to talk to you, and I want to go into, hopefully they burst out and let you know that you wronged them and you guys get over it and move on to the next step, or They just keep brooding and be angry and disappear off you, you know? Pure ghost life. And this is, like I said, and that important aspect of the adulation thing is one thing that, because they both have that desire to constantly have the adulation, it's going to be a mutual respect thing going back and forth to where, or more often than not. Because even though Leo is a sign that's quote unquote very prideful, it's not a sign that's very likely to be looking down upon someone else, especially one in the woman or the man in the relationship. They're not doing things toward each other to be condescending and to try and be higher up. That's one thing here that's actually can be an issue in this relationship here, is the fact that if they're both, because Leo's a sign that likes to be in charge, they like to be dominant, they like to be in control. They do not mind sharing their kingdom, okay, with somebody else, but they like to remind the other person that, hey, I'm still in charge though. Don't you forget. Keep your feet off my couch, you know what I'm saying? And here though, there's a higher likelihood of, just like the animal kingdom, the lioness with the lion. The lioness is the huntress. She does do the work, and the lazy king hangs back and just protects the kingdom. Like, if they have their roles assigned appropriately, there should not be too much butting of heads, you know? Because pride is one thing, but the pride of taking care of your kingdom together is something that I feel that they have a better hold on, a better grip upon than any other sign of zodiac for Leo, because they understand where each other's coming from in a different light. So that right there is one thing that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Like I said, unless one or both don't want to relinquish their power, they will butt heads, and there will be a lot of tension, anxiety in the situation until things dissolve. But like I said, being the way that Leo is, I find that very unlikely, because Leo is a sign that actually does not like conflict. When they do show their paws and start clawing people up, you put them in a very bad spot. And Leo is a sign that actually is very considerate of other people, regardless of how negative to try and make it out to be, that they're being all prideful and almost as selfish as the Aries could be, you know? Because Aries is the sign of self, thinking about themselves first, you know what I'm saying? That's a moniker that something like it's tagged along with the prideful Leo. It's not be the case. Alright, so like I said, they have a greater understanding of what each other needs in regards to the adulation and the verbalization of the reciprocation, of the comments. Because it's a what is that? Best way to put it. Because you always heard all the time that the whole Leo is flamboyant and they're showy and flashy and all the good job and jazz. Sometimes that may be the case. And they like to be the center of attention. More often not, they like to stare by themselves. Because, not saying this is factually true, but the insinuation is that Leo likes to feel like they're above the other person's relationship. It's like they're being in charge. Okay? That's the feel. Not saying that's how it is. And with that feeling, unless the other person is showing that they're deserving of being up there with the Leo gonna stand by himself, okay? Male or female. And so here though, because it's, I don't want to say it's 50-50, but it's a much higher chance of emotionally them being served than we want to be served. Because they're both having the same exact needs. This one thing is very good. The thing here too is this can be a very long-term successful relationship, because the fact that Leo is a sign that's very driven to do things. Got fire inside of them, but the thing is, they're driven to, what's that word I'm gonna use here? Driven to maintain success for themselves, okay? That's one of the best ways to say it. And when they find that partner that they want to do, that they want to work with, because they have that flashy look and the high pinky with the cap, the high top hat, monocle type shit. You need a certain kind of lifestyle. You need to do certain things a certain kind of way. And this is with them going about that, like I said, being mostly on the same path in this situation. Like, I assume that no matter which way you find these Leos, unless they're young, that they're pretty sure they're already in their fixed ways. And they will be willing to kind of come together to go around the same path easier. That's the best way to put it. Because the thing about Leo is that, like I said, Leo is not a sign that likes to do too much outside of what they currently have. Not change the kingdom too much. They open the doors for other people to come to the kingdom, but for the most part, the kingdom that they have is something they're trying to maintain instead of fixed time energy. All right, that's one thing that I have noticed across the board, is that our good Leo friends do not like to come off of what they're currently going and doing, unless they realize themselves that something has to change to some degree. But it depends how far to go on that. What else here? That's it. The brooding, the emotional needs, I do feel that they're really going to come along together and take care of themselves with. That's one thing that's very important in this relationship. Very generous, very giving to each other. We're very generous to each. So it'd be, like I said, that reciprocation can happen quite often. That's what I'm referring to the right way. It's why I did this, why I did this way. Yeah. Won't be doing too much change in a way, driven for success to some degree. What else I missed that might be very important here in this couple thing? Because, you know, honestly, personally, from sun sign only here, Leo is the best thing that can happen to itself. That's the best way to put it, in my personal opinion. From what I'm seeing, everything else, because every other thing I've been doing with Leo, everything just misses the mark. It just misses the mark. And this is the only one, like I said, aside from a Leo Pisces. But even then, like I said, not only works so the way it does, at the expense of Pisces. Because Pisces should be more submissive there and giving away to the leadership of the Leo. So, yeah. Of all of the same sign, the zodiac of relationships companies I did, this is the absolute best one. And then as I go think about every other, yeah, because it's the best one that actually has super success. That's the only other one that could come close after Pisces. Pisces is maybe Aquarius, but like, that's not very romantical to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little, yeah. But this one though, short term, like I said, this is actually short term. I actually imagine the female would be the one approaching the male in this regard, like I said, because from what I'm really seeing is that the females tend to be more direct, more outgoing, looking for the elevation though. They're putting themselves out there to attract that person through their charisma and their mannerism, that kind of stuff. Their attitude that brings people in. People cannot not notice a female Leo. Okay? Can't. That's just how it is. But like I said, staying with the female Leo, that's the issue. And I believe that the Leo male situation would be the one that actually would be able to do so easier. Because again, that fixicity. It also could be hopefully the relationship's going good, because otherwise it can be for no, that won't happen. I forgot, because like I said, people don't stay in Leo women's lives if there's not nothing's going right. So in that situation, this one probably won't stay a long-term toxic relationship, because she kick him out. And then the man would be all brooding and, full emo and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because things ain't going the way he lost his girl and can't do anything else about that. That's kind of how I foresee that. This one won't stick around too long if it's not working out well. Short term, like I said, this is actually one that they will get each other's attention, because, like I said, Leoness, they're going to be standing out-ish in the crowd. More often than not, you can put out the Leo in the crowd. More often than not. And not necessarily saying that it has to be flamboyant for this to get out, but you notice this deal. And the woman will probably be the one to approach the male, because she has that fire, and she's going to go get what she want to get, if she want to get it, you know what I'm saying? Or do something to make something happen like that. And then the male will react and start showing his leadership and his, dominance, his manliness. Let's go with that one. His manliness that may attract that female to want to stay there, and then the beginning, the slow dance, tangle the love. What's the word? More? Tangle the more. There we go. The tangle the more. You know what I'm saying? So that happens, and that begins from there, and then they'll just push from there. Because when you actually get involved, this is a sign that, like I said, they're always looking. This is a very independent sign. But they're always looking for love. Always looking for love. But you gotta find the right person to stay inside with them, to earn that trust and stay inside their kingdom. And I do believe that Leo, male and female, this is the one for you. I'm trying to think of a very prominent one, Leo relationship. Oh yeah, Ben Affleck and Jennifer J-Lo. There you go. Boom, there you go. Leo. They were together, split, did a little thing, got a couple other relationships, and they came back. They got married again, I think. When they married the first time, I don't know. But that. Leo, okay? Fixicity. They come back. But, and honestly, this is, I do believe, short term, long term, this is the best thing that can happen to a Leo, is another Leo. So, if you guys have any comments on that one, let me know down in the comments below. If you feel me what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If you agree with this, or you're personally see for yourself, you're Leo, yourself a Leo, or a Leo relationship, that's Leo. Because like I said, I don't see any of this zodiacal combination that actually really works for Leo. There's a few, but it comes with a lot more patience needed for one, if not both parties. Okay, instead, male to female to male, other side of Leo they don't detect the same. So, like I said, I think I hit everything I need. I think I hit everything I need to hit there, to the point to where I feel sated. All right. So if you guys have anything else you want to add down in the comments below, I much appreciate this. Help me help the world understand and feel this Leo love. You know what I'm saying? So, as always, my friends, stay classy. Be you. Make a wish. Out.